It says we're live. Hey, everybody. I'm trying to get Floyd to go on and leave us alone so we can live stream. He's back there making himself a nuisance. So, welcome, everybody. We're waiting on Susie Q. She just finished her stream and she goes and gets her coffee. So, let's see who's in here. Welcome, Ed, and welcome. I started to call you Susie again. Whip. When I
Ain't
saw
nearly
him,
as pretty as Susie.
I know when I saw him backstage, it's just a little bitty on my phone, and I saw the long hair, and I started to say, "Here's Susie," and it wasn't, of course. So let's see who's in here. Huawei got the links all going, and yeah, he'll stay Huawei if we get him going back there. He'll say Huawei over and over. Dennis, welcome. Jenny Lynn's lurking. Vincent. Uh, Skipper
My
said,
notification.
"Take a shower and then I'll be up." Okay. Who did I miss? Uncle Smiley, Savage Critters, Vincent. I'm going to put your butt out of here in just a second. Lumpy Dog.
Where's Lumpy Dog?
I know. I saw him over in Susie's too.
Lumpy Dog. Did you see in fantasy baseball? I'm getting creamed 21-20 or 21-2, and one of the categories I'm winning is that I've got more players hit by pitches. I can't believe it. Oh man, the Lumpy's in our league too.
I can't believe that's a category in there, hit by pitches. But what
Yeah, I thought it was a funny one, so I put it in there.
Oh,
I got 4 guys got plunked this week.
It's optional. Okay.
Well, no matter what, you're all doing better than me.
No.
Well, we'll see.
Hang in there with.
Have you looked at the standings? At who's number last?
Well, you're winning right now, 12-9 over Scotty, the fish freak, and he's in first place. So that's great. I think you're going to be ahead of me this week. Oh, actually, you'll be tied. We'll be tied after this week.
There you go.
Scores stay.
Lumpy Dog said he got smoked. What?
Is it legal in that state?
I don't know. Dad joke. Hope you're feeling okay.
Hi, Trash Cat.
Healing. I'm like, what the hell happened? I didn't know anything. Hey, Nathan. Hey,
Actually, I've been in bed all day today because I woke up with a migraine.
I saw that.
I just have a light headache right now.
From all the pollen and stuff. I was out mowing in it, Ed, and I would like those things that fall down off the trees, not the helicopters, the long things that have all the dust in them, the pollen. Those were making big clouds when I was mowing, but I pushed on through it. I even got my rose bushes in, so I'm glad that's behind me. Shoo.
Today, was it not raining all day for you?
It hadn't rained at all, not over here. I wish it would now that I got my bushes in. Hey, Shady. And Daniel, I did say hello to Daniel.
Yeah, the rain might be a nice help for me because, I mean, it's just pressure right through here. And I had some soup because I didn't know what would make me feel good, and that didn't because I think I got phlegm in my tummy from sleeping and drainage, and now I got an upset stomach. So
yeah, I always feel so bad for you every year because that's a major thing for you. It really is.
Yep. Used to take shots back in high school.
I remember you told me that, but I remember we were at the fish swap or whatever over in East Ridge there at Ethan's by Ethan's, and one year, and you had it really bad. You had such a bad headache.
Yeah, and I had to do a talk. They asked me to do a fish talk, and I even got sick and barfed a bunch of phlegm up before the show. And it wasn't because I was nervous; it was just I was sick.
I remember.
I was told years ago to move to a place like Arizona or like a deserty type place that doesn't have much pollen, and instead I moved to one of the highest pollen places in America. It used in Missouri, it would get me when the corn would pop because all the corn has like a big thing on the top of pollen, and it's about almost the size of like my fingers, like this big, and then they pop. And I lived in the country, and the pollen was so bad for a couple of days. I'd always get sick for those couple of days. But here, the trees, I don't know why the trees have so much pollen here.
They
It's
really
insane.
do. They do. And a bunch of them, not just one kind. It's bad.
It covers your car with white or yellow pollen. So weird.
Yeah. I wanted a black truck head, but I ended up getting the silver because it didn't show it as bad. That was one of the main reasons. There's
Smart.
John Oliver. I hadn't seen John Oliver in a while. Welcome.
Hi, John. He has a nice sporty haircut he just got.
Does he? I didn't see it. Awesome. Savage Critters lived in Arizona. Had the worst allergies. Oh, yeah.
I know my buddy's mom moved down there on the advice of a doctor, and there's something to do with the barometric, whatever the word is. I can't say it. I know what it is. The pressure down there was actually giving her migraines, so she had to move back.
Oh, the pressure.
Barometric? Is that right?
Yeah, yep. That's what, those little dials that tell you when it's going to rain or not.
Yeah.
Well, I'm an allergic guy. I'm just allergic to the pollen.
Welcome, Susie.
Hey.
Hey, Scotty.
Susie.
Hey, you missed a whole lot of fish information, Susie. A lot of it.
Yeah, a ton.
Yeah. Not as much as you had on your channel, on your stream a while ago.
Now I know.
We haven't got past Ed's sinuses yet. We're still.
Oh no.
Yep. Yeah, it's a big thing though for him. It really is.
Yeah.
Every year it is.
Yeah.
My cheeks even turn real red like this, right through here, underneath my eyes.
Yeah, I get sinusitis
Not
about
right
4
now, it's not
times
too
a
bad.
year. It's unbelievable.
You have to take antibiotics, Susie.
I don't, which makes it last even longer with an excruciating headache. It's horrible. It's horrible.
I used to worry about Ed so much, and I was always prescribing him antibiotics. I mean,
Right.
that he couldn't feel, but I finally left him alone after a couple of years when I saw he would eventually get better. So.
They do. It's like as soon as the trees are done shaking out, then I'm back to normal.
Yeah.
Until there's some grass that pops real bad at the end of August or something. There's some other board count that goes way up in Tennessee, and then I get it like at the beginning of fall.
What is that? It's not grass. It's something weed, isn't it?
Is it ragweed? Is that what they call it?
Yeah, I think that's it.
I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, that stuff gets me too. It's awful. Well, I was just curious. I hate to change the subject, but I was curious if anybody. Keep hearing little whispers and innuendos and stuff about tubs, but I haven't heard anybody or seen any videos about tubs. Is anybody tubbing or not tubbing?
I was just thinking about that today while I was laying in bed, that this week I need to start prepping my tubs, and I've got one short tub trick video that I'm going to do, or like a 4-minute video for tubbing, and I need to do it probably tomorrow or the next day because it's something you do before your tubs you fill them with water.
Okay.
So I typed in ragwing instead of ragweed.
It's a big plant. I know that.
I think if I can find a place that I can secure my tubs without the puppies, I keep calling them puppies. They're dogs. They're dogs now. Getting into them, like I don't know. Like I don't know if you heard on my stream, but today I had 5 cops at my door. Like,
Yeah, I kind of missed part of that. What was that about again?
yeah, they broke open the latch, went across the street. There was 5 different softball games going on. They were in the field. They were.
Oh no!
Well, they were
Uh-oh,
okay.
You
She
muted
lost her.
yourself.
You muted yourself. Something happened.
I think she was starting to cuss, and her automatic
Maybe I was
saver.
cursing. That's my
Oh.
bad.
Yep.
We're good. But they
Every
took
time
down
she goes
Todd's
mute, she's
name and
cussing,
all this
guys.
stuff. And then, of course, John being John Baga, he's like, Littleton, I know that name. Are you related to so-and-so Littleton? And he's like, that's my uncle. I just put in his heating and air in his house. And then they went on about heating and air and stuff. I was like, there you go. There you go. The police were so nice. They were so kind.
So you didn't get a ticket or
No.
You didn't
And I
shoot
go
your
out and
dogs?
like, as soon as they said my dogs, my first thought was they got hit by a car. Like that was my first thought. And my heart like skipped. And I just was like, and then when they told me what they did, I was like turned from skipping a beat to, oh, what? And then, but they're in our side yard. I'm like, the cop said, well, I saw your gate open and you're right across the street from the park. So I put them in there for safekeeping to knock on the door to see if they were yours. They're mine.
they probably tried to go back home. Maybe, who knows?
Well, they said Max got right in the car. Like he's just a big galoof. He got right in the car. Bella got close to the cop car and was like,
I ain't going to jail. I know what they do at the pound.
Mm.
I got 7 days.
But they're puppies in that resort. They're just like, got any treats? Got any treats? Got any treats? So
We've been at the Ark talking about dogs. We've had low census, and it's because this year we've had to start asking people to help pay part of their pets' vet bill. And we've just been doing owner surrenders only a couple of years to leave more slots open at the kill shelters. Like Ed said, they just get a certain amount of time. So, and we don't get any funding. We just have to, fundraise for that and try to vet them ourselves. So we ran out of money last year in November. So we've been fundraising, and now we're taking dogs and cats, but we're down to 2 dogs and 2 cats because people don't want to pay the vetting, and it's more expensive than it's ever been. Even with us getting a 15% discount, that helps, but it's still expensive.
oh, it's ridiculous.
So what I've found, I've noticed a couple of the dogs that I've talked to people about, and giving them the pricing from the vet and all that stuff and saying, we'll pay half of it. If you can come up with your half, we'll pay. And I've noticed that they turn up at the city shelter. And of course, when they're owner surrenders, they don't give them even a week because they're owner surrenders. No one's going to be looking for them. I think they get 3 days.
Yes.
So there were
That's
5
so
dogs.
sad.
Oh,
There were 5 dogs scheduled for tomorrow, and they're all little dogs. 2 of them are dogs that I talked to people about. And I've been waiting on our vet, for 2 weeks to tell me it's okay. And first they said it's okay, but then they were looking about changing our rates. And I said, I'm not asking that. I just want to give you a heads up.
Right.
If a dog pops up, and it's been spayed, there's a program for $50 where if you go to the shelter, the city pays for the vetting, but you just pay $50. And of course, they don't do like teeth cleaning and stuff.
Right.
Just deworming and shots and spay or neuter. So that'll save us $200 right there if we pay
Yeah.
50.
Right.
So I was going to go start pulling some of those out and letting them go to the other vets and then us getting them. And so I talked to the group about it and all our volunteers. So everybody's down for that because we have all that space,
Yeah.
And
That's
we
a good
could
idea. We
we
have
could-
a vet, a school, so it's all students, and so it's only $100. So people, that's if you catch
That's
a
great.
cat, catch and release, you fix them.
right.
That's where everybody brings them. They drive to Philly
Mhm.
because it's great medical care and it's super affordable. And so that's what I did. That's where I got my dog fixed because I just
Yeah.
even my vet, when he told me how much it was, I was like, I can't do that. And he said, "But there's a place in Philly," and he like on the sly gave me that. I was like, "Good," because I can't do that. Like,
If you really do everything a puppy or a kitten needs, you're going to spend $400 to $500.
Isn't that crazy?
The shots, the exams, the deworms, the spay neuter, and then medicines. Anything that comes up. No, and then we ask $150 for people adoption fee, and we spent $400, and they look at you like, you're crazy.
well, are some of the people bringing these animals in because they just can't afford it anymore? Or is
Yeah.
it like grandma dies or?
Both of those, Ed. We get a lot of them can't afford it anymore. So, what does that say? Love you too, Huawei. Thank you. 22 months you've been a member. You
Woo.
stuck it out, boy. I'll tell you, I couldn't have put up with this for 22 months. No way. Thank you, Huawei. Love you too. Appreciate you. But yeah, all of that, Ed, and a lot of them are people that pass away, go in the nursing home, new baby, all of that stuff. Something changed.
Oh, new babies.
There's a lot. That's
Oh,
cats than dogs, but we're getting a dog actually Tuesday afternoon. That's a lab mix, so that'll be fun, Susie.
that's what I got. 2 beautiful lab mixes. I love my dogs.
I'll send you pictures of her. Her name's Mia, but she's a good dog. But the daughter had a baby. Anyway, there are 2 of them. They're going to keep one, and we're going to get Mia, and she's having to pay 200 and something. So it's going to be 400 and something for her vetting. So, and we'd get 150 if we're lucky to get her adopted. So we're going the whole 50. So we got to get some relief some way.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Beautiful tank.
I'm going to go.
Isn't that gorgeous?
I'm going to animal control tomorrow and walk through and see what I see.
Look, those 2 big guys were looking at each other.
Yeah.
I wonder if the one backed off because Whip walked by, or if he just decided to back down from the Oscar.
Oh, the pike is always picking on the Oscar.
I love that.
Tell it, yeah. The Oscar's like,
just-
why is everybody always picking on me?
Yeah, he's
Right.
poor boy.
Well, the Oscar's the prettiest fish in the tank.
That is a beautiful tank whip.
Well, thank you.
Hi, Silver Creek.
That's great wood in there. That almost looks like a seagull or something. I like that wood.
What's the fish on top in the middle?
That's
Looks
I lost my voice, so it's going to crack every once in a while. That's a Jack Dempsey. That's just kind of, I think he might be deformed or something, because he doesn't look like regular Jack Dempsey's.
No, he doesn't look like my Jack Dempsey.
Yeah,
And he
he's
looks
kind
like
of
he's
big.
sitting on the top on the log.
Yeah, he just kind of sits around.
He's lucky he's landed it with you, so you can have a good life.
That's cool.
That is.
Nice wood, Whip. Bruiser said nice wood. Whip got
Yeah.
good wood. I'm sorry.
His wood looks like a bird.
It kind of does in that picture, doesn't it?
Yes,
Seagull.
it does.
Let's see. Here's Skipper fresh out of the shower, I guess. I hope. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Do you take a shower with your hat on?
No.
Just kidding. I missed your stream. I have to be part of the rewatch crew.
I didn't stream today.
Oh, see, I didn't miss anything then. Good. I was
no.
running around like a lunatic. Oh
I
my
didn't-
gosh.
I didn't get home until when this stream started.
Wow.
I saw your message. It said you just got home and you had to take a shower. So,
Yeah, I was working on the house.
I was hoping it was something like murder or something. That blood was all over you. Something cool.
Well, that may have happened, but it wasn't a human being. We had some stuff going on that we had to take care of with the house. But
Oh, man.
it's all done.
Nice.
Was it real hot up there?
Oh, man, I'm sunburned, dude. Gingers don't tan.
Wow.
My neck and my arms are on fire.
Oh, you poor guy.
No, I'll be all right.
So, Skipper,
It's
are
nice
you
to
doing
see
any
you.
summer tubbing?
Yeah, I have a 20-gallon. It's been up and running for quite a well, I'd say about a month now. Or no, about 3 weeks. It just hasn't been steady temperatures, so it's still a little cold,
Yeah.
and I haven't decided what I'm putting in there yet. Probably guppies. But then I want to dig a 100-gallon one, put it in this year. That'll be fun.
That would be fun.
I was thinking about doing like long fin white clouds.
Ooh.
That'd be nice, Bob.
Yeah, they're not expensive, and as long as they don't get too hot, they'll be okay.
White cloud fry looks so amazing in a huge tank. They're just tiny sparkles of diamond dust. Like, it's just beautiful. Beautiful. Whip,
If
are
I
you
do it, if
tubbing?
I do it, it's gonna be bluegill.
Oh, look at you, bluegill. Yeah.
I'm going a different way.
He's going to eat them at the end of the season.
Pan fry. Good. Just suck clean them though.
Oh, cool.
That's
What
why
do
he's
you think?
married, right?
What's that?
That's why you're married, so you don't have to clean them.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it worked that way.
But I'll let you know how it
Your
works
job
out for
is
me.
to raise them and farm them up, and then she cleans them and cooks them, right?
Yeah. Is she
Right.
listening? Yeah. Yeah. That's how it works.
She must be watching.
Yeah.
That cleaning is nasty. We used to have to clean them if like when we went trout fishing in the mountains. It's nasty, nasty, but it's good.
We'll just fillet them. It's pretty easy.
Mm-hmm. I hated cutting the heads off. Jesus, I hate that mess.
That's
Vincent,
easy.
you can do guppies anywhere. You just got to bring them in. That winter.
Fillet guppies?
He
Oh,
was, at,
okay.
he was asking. He was
Really
asking
sharp
where
knife.
Skipper lives. Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, I mean today it was like 80-some degrees, and tomorrow
Yeah.
is too, but it ain't going to be like that afterwards. It's going to be in the 60s again. So it's right now it's fluctuating for us up here, so it's not staying warm. The ground's not warm yet,
Oh yeah.
and it's in the ground, so it's not like it's even then. If it wasn't in the ground, it still wouldn't hold the heat neither.
No.
I haven't
That's
been
the only
outside all
problem.
day.
What'd you say, Ed?
I haven't been outside all day.
That's the only problem with the 20-gallon tubs and stuff, that they fluctuate.
Yeah,
Like as the temperature changes, the tub changes. That makes it so hard. Whereas if you get like a 75 or 100-gallon tub and half bury it, it kind of stays stable, but it takes a lot longer to get warmed up to start.
I mean they're only like if you get them circle ones that you get like Lowe's or Home Depot, they're only what about
30
2 foot
gallon?
deep. It's the depth is like maybe 2 feet, if maybe a little more. So it's not
Oh,
like
those. Yeah.
them round circle ones. That's what I have.
That would-
So it's not like that they're well insulated yet because that ground stays cold at the top.
Yeah.
Now that 100-gallon tote that I'll be putting in, I'll be about what 3 foot down.
Oh, nice.
That'll be a lot more stable temperature wise.
The only problem with that is for me, not somebody who is young and fit, but for me, getting the fry out. So not only it's hard enough in a tub, but let alone a tub that's down 3 more feet.
That's why you do bluegill.
Well, you know, a couple years ago, I had longfin somethings. I can't remember what they were. They weren't white clouds, but anyway, they at the end of the season, I just used my python and sucked them out. Used the big, the big siphon thing, and gently sucked them out through nets and let them build, collect in there. And I'd stop every little bit, so it's pretty easy to get them.
Oh, wow.
Well, that's what I'm going to. My trick for tubbing this year, my new tip is going to be I'm going to paint the bottom of my tubs because they're 3-foot tubs. I'm going to paint it white because at the end of the year, when I catch the fish, I put a white plate down at the bottom of the tub. So when they swim over it, I grab them. Well, I'm like, if the whole thing is white, I can catch them everywhere. I don't have to wait for them to swim over this plate that's that big, So that's going to be my goal for this week, is to spray my 4 outdoor tubs that I'm going to do this year.
I wonder if that would change the temperature faster or slower than black.
Well, I don't think it's going to make much of a difference because of the depth, and because, I mean, those walls are 3 foot high. So It's only 12 o'clock when it's actually going to be shooting straight down. And I have lots of plant cover anyway. So I don't think the whites, you're going to see the much white until I pull all the hyacinth and whatever else I put in there out.
That's a good idea.
Right.
The only thing I would say would might not work is if you get a lot of algae, it may not stay white.
Mm,
You know,
there's that.
I normally don't, but yeah, that is a chance.
What are you gonna paint it with? What kind of paint?
I'm going to use the Krylon Fusion, White
Okay.
Fusion.
And that stays good with the water.
Yep, it's basically spray painting plastic,
Okay,
so it's fish tank safe.
that's a good idea.
You know, white
You know?
always reflects heat and reflects the sun. That's why the desert people always wear the long white robes. And you think they'd burn up, but it reflects the heat. And like I remember back in labor and delivery that I had to take twice as a nurse, the reason babies are in the dark colors, and especially on their head, is because it holds the heat in. So,
Okay, so white would be good.
So I just thought it'd be a fun try, and I'm going to do it
Yeah.
this year. And I don't know if I'm going to buy. Normally, I buy 2 new tubs every year,
Oh
but
wow!
I think this year I'm going to save and not buy 2 extra tubs.
how long you been doing
So
it?
that
How many tubs do you got? Like 2,700 of them back there?
No, I've 8 right now. But
So you've been doing
I've
it for
moved
4
4
years?
of them inside. I've moved
Oh, wow.
4 inside. So I only have 3 or 4 outside, and I was debating getting 2 more to have 6. But and I love doing it outside because it's just so easy to grow fish and they get so beautiful. But the tubs are getting more expensive. They're like, I buy the 110-gallon tubs. When I originally started, they were like $60
Right.
a tub 4 years ago, and now they're pushing I think about 100.
yeah.
So
Nancy, when did you do that? Because I have a galvanized trough. It's a 130-gallon trough that I was going to try that with, but the paint that I used on the outside to make it look a little prettier is already peeling off. So,
Oh.
Well, I think she flex sealed the inside of it.
right. So that's why. When did you do that? Is it holding? Does it?
Yeah,
Does it?
I
Because
like that.
galvanized steel does not like to hold paint.
Not at all. Even if you sand it, it does not.
Jeez.
I don't know much about flex steel because it's basically you're spraying rubber, I think, with that.
Yeah.
So
Pretty much,
it's
yeah.
going to be one solid piece once it's dried. So it's going to be kind of like if you take your finger and dip it in something, you can probably roll it off your finger, but it'll probably stay the same size of the flex or the steel tub. So it might make it so it doesn't just peel off, unless it gets behind it somehow. And
I just drank a net. Nasty.
you could probably use clear coat fusion, and that's gonna not flake off because that's just gonna be a clear plastic if you want it to be real shiny and pretty. But it's still a lot thinner than your flex steel, so it may not clog necessarily holes, but it might stop rust if you
Oh,
use the clear.
I didn't think about it being thinner. That's a good point, man.
Yeah, it's gonna come out more of a liquid than flex steel.
I wonder if the
steel's gonna be more of a
outside
foam.
vinyl would work on the outside.
On the outside?
Yeah, on the outside. If vinyl would withhold up in the sun.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never used flex steel. I don't. I need to find out. I need to read up on it to see if it's fish tank safe. I imagine it is, but
Well,
I haven't heard anything.
that flex seal holds up pretty good in the sun because a lot of people they have used it for gutters that leak, like they'll line it
Oh.
on the inside. They've used
yeah.
it for that.
And it's a
And I-
spray on?
Yeah, there's 2 versions of it. Well, 3. You got tape, you got a spray, and then there's a can that you can use a brush too.
Yeah, the nice paintbrush.
Okay.
It's just the thing is I want to make sure it doesn't have anything that leaches chemicals.
No,
I
think
that's
it's,
what you
it's
got to
made
find
to,
out.
It's made to be a liner, so but maybe not necessarily for fish. You're
For
right.
livestock,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good question.
I'll try to look it up this week and hopefully I'll have the knowledge next Sunday, and I'll let everybody know. Flex tube.
Awesome.
I'm gonna write that down.
I think we have the best speaker for summer tubbing. It's Dr. Ted Coletti.
Oh, wow.
He is absolutely amazing. He comes to our club. Well, he's a member of our club, and he speaks on it. And then brings his book that he wrote on it, and he is
I
just
have that
so
book.
knowledgeable.
I got to read that book.
It's really good. He's good.
Yeah, he's a funny fella too.
He is funny, yeah. And he's very musically inclined,
Yeah, he is.
right, Whip?
Yes.
Too bad I was a little sick for that part.
Yeah, you was that self-induced sickness or was that
No,
actual?
allergies.
Oh,
I thought
They,
I thought
they
you meant
didn't have that heat.
self-induced.
They turned the heat on in that big room for the first time. All that stuff just blew out.
Oh,
Y'all are going to put it into anaphylactic shock. Stop his sinus.
What's that?
Anaphylactic shock? You'll just stop breathing.
Oh.
Thinking about all of that stuff blowing in the air.
I got.
A Lucky
And
Stone.
Nancy says it turns into rubber, so that's cool to know, Nancy. I'll
Well,
still look it up though.
Lucky Stone saying that Flex Seal should not be used on servers that come in direct contact with drinking water. Flex Seal is not food grade or food safe.
oh, that's
Gosh. Yeah,
So-
good to know.
It has chemicals in it.
So that wouldn't be good for the fish.
no.
No, that would means it leaches.
Mm.
But I mean, you never know what the if you do a long-term spray, maybe it wouldn't leach. I don't know. I'll try to find out if you spray it, if eventually it gases
And what
off. or
would
if
be
it
the
goes-
purpose of painting it on with this Flex Seal? Are you trying to keep the water in? Like, is there a hole in it, or you just want to change the color?
I think they're just trying to seal it. They're trying to make it so it fills any cracks and maybe stops any rusting and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Would be
kind of like
my
a
guess.
rhino liner in the bed of your truck.
That's why, you can always just spray. Oh, little puppy! You can
They
always
were just
spray a
getting
clear
fine.
coat of the Fusion. There's also the plastic dip. I would not do plastic dip because it just scratches off so easy. Let's see. I have some plastic dip right here.
Sketty is named the brand. That was what I was going to use in it, but without knowing for sure if it would hold or stick to the galvanized steel, I didn't pull the trigger because it is kind of pricey. For a
Right.
couple cans, it's not like spray paint, and spray paint's pretty expensive, really, but it's like double the can of spray paint.
I know everything's expensive now. Everything.
Oh, what is that stuff that I used on the reptile enclosures? I painted it on it. It was like the very common name, and it's animal safe. It's like a cement sealant. I don't know if it would stick to galvanized steel though.
That's my issue. I mean, if I just had a rubber tub like most normal people, I wouldn't even.
What
be
about a
deal.
rubber lining? What about a rubber lining?
Yeah, it definitely could do that.
Oh,
So this is the Fusion that I use for everything that goes in the tank,
okay.
except for your oven bake. You can't spray oven bake because it dissolves oven bake.
Oh, like your
Plates.
Fimo and Sculpey?
Yep, it
Oh, wow.
dissolves. And then there's also Plasti Dip, which is safe, but it because you're basically, I think it might be the same thing almost, because it sprays just basically a plastic. But I use it for like treating wood that's going to go on top of my fish tanks or underneath my fish tanks for water to drip on it. But I wouldn't put it in my fish tanks because as soon as I scrape the glass, it comes right off.
Oh boy, yeah.
So, I mean, I buy this. This is gold. I bought this for $1 a can because it was on sale.
Oh,
And I'm like, well, I'm going to buy it. So, but it is nice for those. Like, I put wood underneath all my fish tanks that go on my Husky racks. because I don't want those tanks right on the metal, those little grate. So what I do is I take subfloor, which is a real thin wood, and it's already been treated once, and it's super hefty duty because it's what people walk on. But then I spray it with black plexi dip and give it a real nice black coat so you don't see it, and it matches my rack system. And then all the water that overflows or is constantly spilling on it doesn't ever break down.
I'm not watching a tennis match. I have my mice right here in front of me, and I've got a nursery. I think I was telling Ed before we started, and there's like 6 or 8 mothers, and they all pull them together. But they've decided to move them. I put in a couple of little houses that are like critter hides, and so they're moving them and they're sorting them, and I'm watching them go back and forth. And I'm like, how the heck do you all know which ones are your babies? I don't think it matters. They're just putting them different places, and they're all taking turns feeding them, and so it's like a communal nursery. Cute.
Right up until you kill them.
Well, I let them live to have like the first or second set of babies, and then their purpose is complete. I actually have only ever used the males for some reason. I just, now they're moving some of them back. I guess they know what they're doing, so
Yeah, I'm sure they do.
they do.
I took my dogs over to the garage. Now they're 18 months, 19 months, and that's where their parents live. They don't live in the garage, but it's a auto mechanics place. And I took them over, and that mother knows exactly who those dogs were. It was so cool to watch.
Wow.
Of course, the light came, or the light. See, they're going back. They've got food. They've got seed, and I put the toilet paper or paper towel things. They love those for tunnels. But now they've stopped. They're moving food around too.
Oh no, he's moving it. Yeah, look.
I said that, and now I know this is like, and Bob even showed mice on his. It was so boring on there. No, they're
I don't
cute.
think it's boring.
But now they're resting. Little mommies are resting, and there's a whole bunch
Oh,
of
look
babies.
at all the babies in there. Yeah, look at them.
And she's nursing back there. I said that, and nobody's moving them now. I guess they got them all where they wanted them. I hope so. A lot of activity. Okay. Sorry about that.
That's funny.
It is funny. Yeah, I do feel bad for them when I feed them to the snakes, but I appreciate that they give their life.
I've been on this kick watching these silverback gorillas and their family and the dynamics, and I'm just fascinated with the silverbacks, like just absolutely fascinated. And watching somebody come up and like attack one of them, not attack, but just mess around with one. Boy, they're on it. They are on it. It was like, what? That's what it reminded me of when you said they're moving their kids back and forth.
Well, I saw a little short video, like less than 30 seconds, of the silverbacks, because they said that they were walking through a path in a jungle, like vines and all that, really green, and people were like along the sides of it and not looking at them, all the stuff they're supposed to say don't do. And as one of them that was a little older, I think it was the older sister of another one that was following, when they walked past this guy, she just pushed him over like nothing at all. No ill intentions or anything. She just pushed him over like because she could.
That's funny.
They are funny.
Yeah, I could watch them all day. It's like my new kick watching the silverback gorillas. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. I can't ever remember any information about stuff I watch. Patrick Dragonlair absorbs everything he watches.
Yeah, not me. I survived the 70s doing a lot of drugs.
Jeez.
There's the wood that I painted.
Like a sieve.
What is this?
That's the racks that I painted. See how it's that's actually like a black plastic dip in the front and 4 inches in the there are 4 inches in the front and I think about a foot in the back, and then the tanks go on the white area.
Oh, look at that.
So that way, all the splash over doesn't ruin the wood.
Right. Elizabeth from One Fish Two Fish uses that marine vinyl. You
Uh-huh.
get it? Yeah, she uses that, and she's the same thing. It's like the 4 inches or 6 inches in the front, wraps it around, and like 8 inches, and then uses it. So I started using that, thinking this is pretty good, and it worked well. Like I even had some leaks, and the wood didn't warp, get wet, or moldy. So I was like, that's pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a good reason to use it. I think that would be better than putting it inside galvanized steel.
I think so. Jenny Lynn is lurking in here, and I've got to get with her and or anybody else that does the different levels. I think I mentioned that to you too, Susie, the other night in reptiles, like the different levels in their enclosures for their reptiles.
Oh, it's game changer. It's a game changer. It turned my like 120 gallon enclosure into a 240 gallon. Just gave them so much more space to walk, extra hides. They love it. They love it.
I'm going to be doing some of that, and I want to do them myself, but I want them to be big enough for a big snake, to lay on them and stuff.
That's pretty cool.
I saw one called Trough Saver. Still talking about the tub.
Yeah, for the galvanized steel.
Yeah.
The chat can stay on topic. The panel, not so much.
Yeah, but didn't somebody in the chat say that Tractor Supply sells liners for those?
Yeah, that's what they're troughing about.
Because I got one for Mother's Day several years ago. It's a 300 gallon one. It's like 8 foot long. It's huge. I love it. But I don't know if it would hold water because I did tortoises in it for years.
Without it being in a trough or anything?
With just the galvanized steel and added dirt, layers of dirt and hay, and made it so they could dig down and clean it up. Because it's huge. It was like 8 foot by 2 foot, so it was big.
Water getting foul for horses and such.
Oh.
Huh. That's the only reason, the main reason that I'm not keeping aquatic turtles at this point is they're so dirty. They're supposed to be.
I'd love to have one myself, but I don't want to deal with their mess.
They are definitely messy.
It's hard
That's
enough.
why I'm not a pleco guy.
It's hard enough to keep up with these mice.
Yeah, I have two big canister filters on my 100 gallon tub with all the turtles in it because I can't keep up with it if I didn't have those 2 canisters.
They do a pretty good job of suctioning off the waste.
Really?
They're like little piglets.
That is a pile.
That is a pile of rats.
Oh, they're all under there too. There's a pile of them under there. They're laying on top, nursing them.
Well, that's free food.
They look like they're happy though, Bob.
Yeah, they are. And I don't ever use the females because I'm afraid that's how I got into this mess with all these mice. I had a pregnant female, and he told me at the store that.
Do you use the pinkies?
I haven't. I tried to do that one time, and I couldn't kill them. So I thought, well, the little corn snakes will eat them fast. No, it was like Silence of the Lamb. Oh my God, I couldn't. The little baby screamed, and I said, never. I won't ever do that again. It's
You ever tried freezing them?
Well, they say that that's not a fast. I've thought about all different ways. That apparently the quickest way is the carbon dioxide or carbon monoxide or whatever tank, and they go in just a few seconds.
Yeah,
It
the
takes
pet
all
store I
these-
used to work at when I was in my teens, frozen. I actually bought a mouse for a pet, knowing she was pregnant. So my plan was just to save her and her kids. And but I couldn't take her right away, so I went out and I did something, and I came back and went to get them, and she was skinny, and I said, "Where are the babies?" And they're like, "They're in the freezer." I'm like, Jesus. So I grabbed them out of there and I gave them back to her, and they were cold, but they all lived.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So you're right. It is not a quick death. for sure.
I have taken a couple back, like I've left them overnight with like a new snake, a new little bitty snake, like the little one I showed the other night on stream, and they didn't eat them, so I've taken them and put them back, and they fight over them. You know, the mothers want those babies, and they're real vigilant. None of the males bother them either, or allowed to come near. I've noticed that. So anyway, how do we get on that? So no, if I need pinkies, which I do, I usually buy like 25 a week. I have all these babies.
With
That's
all those
just-
babies, that's a mind blowing.
Well, they grow up, and then when they're males, adult males, and they get real frisky and make the others scream, the girls, because the girls get to a point after they've mated, they don't want all that. They don't want all that attention. So I just harvest them like once a week, and I put them in this jug right here so they can't jump out, and then I go feed. But when the snakes eat the big ones, not to be graphic, they usually, if it's a good grab, they grab them by the face, and it's quick and silent, and it's fast, less than a minute. So they had a good life till then. So
Oh, okay.
that's for sure.
Yeah, that's the only hard part about growing your own food. Like I even
Yeah.
felt bad for my dubia roaches until I tried to buy 20 on my own. They're like $18. I'm like, forget that. I don't feel
Thank
bad
you.
anymore.
Ed's been a member for 41 months.
Ooh,
I
Ed.
just maybe kind of stepped on my thing and I saw that I was red, so I thought I would see how many months.
Awesome. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you, Ed.
I didn't even think we had members back then.
I guess it was probably like the very first one. I remember how much we agonized over it back and forth. And I usually, Ed did too. And I used to do member content, but I don't anymore. I just don't have time to divide it up, and I don't. So
I think because I don't do any content at all anymore, I might just do member content and just keep it at that. And my live stream.
As long
It's
as
not
you can
a bad
keep your
idea.
hours up, you can do that, right?
Yeah.
Because if
an
you lose
idea.
your hours, then you won't have your members, right? You got to have so many hours and so many subs
Is it
to
4,000 hours
have
in a
membership.
12-month
I don't know
period?
that.
I think it's
I don't know that
4,000
either. I'm
hours
not there
in
yet, so
12
I'm
months.
asking, not telling.
Yeah. I don't know.
Susie
The
and
hours are
Ed,
pretty easy.
Susie and Ed though have big memberships compared to me. I don't even have 3,000, and I'm happy with that. That's a good group for me to interact with. So they have like 10,000 or maybe more. So
Ed has 20.
20 now. Every time I mention Ed, his has doubled. Every time.
I know, right? Isn't that great?
It is great. That's awesome, Ed. That's awesome.
Well, thanks.
You deserve them, that's for sure.
Well, that's a
And what
good
was it,
idea,
2
Sam.
million views? Sorry, Skip.
No, that's a good idea. What Sam said, you need to make animals from your shelter emojis on your channel for the members.
Oh, animals from your
I need-
shelter. Yeah.
Make an emoji of Bobo
You mean like
because
for
I
the
have
art?
baby and Nikki.
Yeah, like the ark. Yeah.
We have, I have an art channel, YouTube, that I haven't used in forever, but we've got a new volunteer that just graduated from college, and she's got her minor in not GoFundMe's, nonprofits, which we are, but also then she's like an accounting or whatever. But she's taken over our, not YouTube, not, what's the next one? YouTube,
Instagram?
Instagram, thank you. And just really revitalized that. And she does all kinds of posts almost every day.
Oh,
So
cool.
that would be a good idea for her to do that. She knows how to do
Yeah.
the Canva and stuff like you do, Susie. So
It's real hard because you've got to make what's called a sticker of the thing, and it has to be super small. And like I had to make dozens of them before I could get one to work. It was really time consuming. But I really need to do baby cat. But I have a skipper head.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
That's great.
I have a skipper shirt.
Oh, that reminds me, I need to upload that new logo.
Yeah.
I need to get a skipper shirt.
If you have merch? I didn't know you had merch.
It's an awesome shirt.
Like,
You guys got a
daggone, I
party
gotta
cat.
go get me a shirt.
Hey, get me that new logo
You
up
do
there.
too.
Do you not have any of the old shirts left, Skipper?
Oh yeah, it's on Zazzle.
Yeah.
Would you send me a link on my telephone
What the
on
heck?
how to do that?
How do I
Awesome.
not know these things?
I can do that.
I don't know how to find Zazzle.
I think of all my shirts, I like Skipper's the best. It's just a great shirt. I get a lot of compliments on it and comments too when I wear it.
We're working
Yeah.
on it, Whip. We're working on it.
Hey, thanks, Bob.
Well, people always think I'm trying to promote public drunkenness, and with my blood pressure and numb feet and legs from diabetes, it's not hard to convince them, So staggering around. Now, I wear yours too all the time, Whip. I think I'm the only one that has one, right?
You are the only one. That is a one and done concept there.
I'll wear it next week if I remember.
I put it up there for people to see if they'd like it, and you were the only one that even said anything. So
I know it, but you sent me that. I didn't even buy that, and I've used to ask you, and I stopped. How much do I owe you for the shirt? Because I was just joking, like I need one. Send me one, and he did. So,
Aw.
how much do they cost for real?
I don't know anymore. I have since joined
See,
it's almost like a membership, so I get free shipping. But before, it was like almost a $30 T-shirt, which is just ridiculous.
It is, isn't that crazy?
To ask people to spend $30 on a T-shirt, I mean, come on.
well, I need to be wearing it more then, but I would like to pay for it because I enjoy it. I like it. I love the color on it.
Yeah, and it's guys like Ed and myself. I don't know about Skip, but Ed and I can't even get them because we're too big.
Oh.
The 2X is as
That's
big
how
as
it is
they
with
come.
Bob's shirt. That's how Bob's is. Bob's only goes to 2X. That's why I don't own a Bob shirt.
Yeah.
It's awful, I tell you.
No,
They don't realize
Bob
that we
has
live
a nice shirt.
in America where
we're big.
every third guy is big.
Right.
Yeah.
Not
The
just
biggest.
guys.
And Bob's shirt is really cool. He's got that darter, or not darter, dragonette on it. The
Yeah.
red dragonette.
Red
really
Ruby
cool.
Dragonette, yeah. Susie and I have
wear
worked.
that all the
She
time.
has. We've toyed with doing a new one, but when Susie was working on mine, I had 3 things on it. What was it? Fluid and a fish and a snake. And do you know the fish died? And it's one I'd had from Ginger. That big fish I had from Ginger.
Yeah.
It died. And then like a week
Oh, the
later,
jaguar.
yeah. Then like not the jaguar, but
Yeah, and then the snake died, right?
the snake died.
And then he said, "Get Floyd off that."
I said, take Floyd off of there because everything's dying that's on there. It was weird.
I like the
It was weird.
dragonette. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
But I know you want something more reptiles. So there's a difference between a logo and web art. Like web art and art for a T-shirt, that it's not an actual logo. So I just wanted to say that because
yeah, and that's one reason I want to switch because that dragonette is web art. It was lifted from somewhere else.
yeah. But anyway,
Oh, I made mine myself. That's on mine. That's my Moscow, one of my blue Moscows. See if I can stop the camera. See,
Oh yeah,
See what?
it took me forever to figure
it's
out
right
how
in
to.
the center of his.
It took me forever to figure out how to make letters twist, or spin around that thing. But I
What
just
what
went with the
software
primary
did you
colors.
use to do that?
Did I do what?
What software did you use to get the letters to go around?
I have no idea anymore.
Oh, okay.
I like download every single thing I can, and when it works, then I don't delete it.
Okay.
It's terrible, and I won't pay for anything.
I use Silhouette. Silhouette is free.
Okay.
It's really a lot like Photoshop, but it's free. I like it a
I
lot.
probably still have it on my phone. I just don't bend words much or letters.
Cool.
I've got a quick question about the ark.
Do
You
what?
said you have 2 dogs still there. Is that jerk one that has to smoke pot still there?
No, she got adopted. A truck driver, a couple of
What?
states away north of here, adopted her because he is a former alcohol and drug, and stuff like that. So he's been in recovery for years, but he's a truck driver, a big long distance truck driver. He's married and has a home, but he's on the road like 5 days a week or longer sometimes. But he's got a sleeper thing on his truck. It's real nice. But she goes with him.
Oh,
And
that's nice.
yeah, and she can go in, when he showers and stuff like that. She can go in. So she's doing great. The Beagle, that's who you're talking about. But we had started weaning her off of the THC, the Delta 8, because we didn't want people to have to do that. And he's not allowed to have that in his truck. So it worked out great that we had weaned her. Yeah.
So is
And
she nice now?
Yeah.
Or to him?
Well, she's around him 99% of the time, and she's got her seatbelt in her elevated seat in the big truck and all that. She's living their best life for sure. She sleeps with him in the bed back in the camper.
Aw.
Yeah, she's got a great life. So
Whoa!
she's,
Sorry.
what happened?
She must have cussed.
The Oscar looked like he was eating the Bashir's face. Like,
Oh my God!
like his whole mouth was over the Bashir. I never saw that. Like, what was that about? I screamed like they were my kids, like they're gonna stop. Sorry,
Yeah,
that's
I
right.
do that too. Well, the Bashir will take a bite of the insides. Might take his tongue off.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Maybe that's what was happening.
I'm going to go put in extra food just in case.
Skipper, is there a date for the next auction?
May 11th.
Cats?
I had to quit coming, Skipper.
May 11th.
Buying fish that I didn't need. I'm trying to keep my fish stock down.
I bought 3 Pandagaras. Well, I bought 2 of them for mom and dad, and then I got a third one because they loved them so much. And you know what? They're so much better as 3 than as 2. Because they're fun to watch. There's 2 of them spinning, but when there's a third one in there spinning with them on the glass, and they are doing an amazing job cleaning my dad's tank. We took the mag float out because they're going to just do such a good job.
Nice.
Yeah, I love the Pandagara.
They're really a cute fish.
They are.
I just realized we've been going right at an hour.
Oh,
So, earlier Sam said that he didn't think Kenny was going, and I've been watching Daniken for a link, so I guess he's not.
no, there's
No,
a link.
it's up there.
Why we posted a link?
I missed it. There we are.
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
God bless you.
Bless you. All right.
I've been sneezing a lot.
Anything else? Anything else? Anybody?
Nope.
Nope. Oh. So Ed, when are you streaming next?
Well,
Depending
tomorrow
on-
night on the Degenerate channel, I'll be playing Dungeons and Dragons with Skipper and Whip.
Okay.
And then on Tuesday, I'll be on Chris Aqua Zone with Whip. He's on there with me, and we play Dungeons and Dragons. And then my show is on Thursday at 9:30, and then I'll be on with Skipper right afterwards at 10:30 on his show.
Nope.
And I think that's my lineup. Oh, he has to work this week.
Wow,
Bummer.
that's a lot.
When he
Wow.
works, he can't do it.
Well, we
Yeah.
got everybody's schedule just from Ed because he's on everybody's. Skipper,
Well-
any other time you're going to be on other than with Ed?
I will be streaming next Sunday. I don't have nothing going on.
Okay. That's before Susie. Okay.
Yeah.
And Susie, you'll be on Friday night on Reptiles. And you'll be on
Reptiles Friday 7:30, and then two different shows on Sunday. Tennessee Fish Mafia, and before that, Q Aquatics and Exotics.
Yep. And Skipper, you'll be on the Reptiles also, I hope.
I should be free this Friday.
Okay, awesome. That Sarah's coming, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned that or announced that. Sarah Snake's the one that holds the little corn snakes.
Cool.
And she's going to talk to us mostly. She only has a couple set snakes for sale right now. She had a bunch hatch out, but they're all gone. She said she
Oh
only
wow.
two, because I said, you can talk about your babies. And she said, they're moving these mice again. They're stacking them up in this other corner now. All four mothers are bringing babies from the other three
That's so
corners.
funny.
Sorry. And Whip, what about you? Besides the Ed shows, what time are you going to be on? What day?
I don't think I'm going to be on for a while on my own.
Okay.
I'll be down by you guys on Friday. Um, we're leaving on Wednesday and coming back on Thursday, so I won't
Oh,
be
wow.
around to do. What did I say? Sunday. We're leaving on Wednesday, coming back on Sunday, and so I won't be able to live stream on Friday morning like I have been. And if overtime continues, I will continue to miss Friday, but I'll play that by ear.
No.
But otherwise, yeah, Monday and Tuesday with Ed.
Okay. Awesome.
Skipper on Monday.
Awesome. All right.
That's so
And
cool.
I'll only be on here on reptiles on Friday and most likely after Susie on Sunday. So, all right. Thank you guys for hanging out, everybody on the panel. And if you're not subscribed to these guys, check out their channels. They've all got great channels. It's why they're here. So, and everybody in the chat, the mods, thank you for posting links and for taking care of the chat and keeping Skipper and whoever he's messing with from getting too rowdy out there. And let's go over and see Daniken, what's going on over there.
Awesome.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good.
Good
See ya.
night, everybody.
Yeah.